Hello, my name is Dominic Knowles, and I am doing my persuasive speech over um, extracurricular activities. So, I believe that everyone in America, abroad, everyone in the world, at some point, should participate in a extracurricular activity. Now, when I say extracurricular activity, I'm not just referring to football or basketball, which in football is the sport that I play. It's an extracurricular activity that I've participated in for a while now. When I say extracurricular activity, it can refer to clubs, theater, music, athletics, such as football and basketball. An extracurricular activity can even be a job. It can even be work. So I mean, there are many things that the term extracurricular activity. There are many things that it includes. Now, the definition, according to vocabulary.com, says that that extracurricular is something that takes place outside the regular academic curriculum. Now you can see how this includes clubs, volunteer groups, jobs, anything like that. I believe, I believe that extracurricular activities play a big part in helping people develop certain skills that will take them on for a lifetime. Extracurricular activities, regardless of what it is, regardless of what it includes, it it just it helps. Now, let me talk from my personal experience, so it's just not me talking with nothing to base it off of. Now, I've been playing football for this year will be my fifth year playing football. Now, I came from the Bahamas in 2010, 2011. I had never played a sport before, anything like that. Uh, years went by. I started playing football in 2015, right? So went ahead, started playing football in 2015, and when I first started playing, at first I didn't know a whole lot of people. Like I was going to the same school as so many people, but I didn't know anybody, right? And when I started playing football, I immediately got introduced to the team, and they were so welcoming. And as soon as I was a part of the team, it's as if I had a group. No, I wasn't on my own. I wasn't facing school and everything by myself. And that group, they helped me overcome so many things. Like there have been so many traumatic events in my life that the people that I've met and the connections that I've made through football, through an extracurricular activity, have helped me overcome those many different problems, those many different events. And one of the things that I believe extracurricular activities does is it makes a group. It's as if the people that you're with now, not everyone on the team is going to be a friend. I mean, a team is made up of many people, right? Even a team of a small group of people, they're going to have things that they don't agree on. But for the most part, those people that you go and play games with, those people that when you're in a club, those people that you share the same interests with, they're gonna they're gonna be people that you relate to. They're gonna be people that you make friends with, and they're gonna be people that you go against, that you disagree with. That for whatever reason, you just won't be friends. You won't make up with every single person you meet in life, and this and extracurricular activities is no stranger to this. There have been many people that I would much rather have not been on the same team with. That's just me. Now, another thing extracurricular activities does is it helps with time management. Now, one of the things that throws a whole lot of people off when their kid is growing up and they're introduced to school and the coaches or teachers or just their friends start trying to persuade them to be a part of the team. One of the things that throws many people off is that that extracurricular activities is it's just such a commitment. Like for me, in my experience with football, like after school, get out of school 3, 4 o'clock, and then football takes up another 3 hours of that day, Monday through Friday, and then there's the game. And so 6 days minimum, 6 days out of the week, is going to be taken away by football. And if you're truly dedicated, it's going to be 24/7. And I mean, this is any extracurricular activity. Now, these things take a commitment. Take a commitment. So when you're introduced to an extracurricular activity, even though there's many benefits, which I'm going to go and list off many more, but even though there are many benefits to extracurricular activities, there's some sacrifice that has to be made. Now, when people's kids are being introduced to the sport or introduced to an extracurricular activity, that takes away from study time. And this is one of the things that throws a whole lot of parents, throws them away. I mean, it makes them second guess introducing their child to an extracurricular activity that takes so much time, such as football. Now, I mean, this is where the time management piece comes in. Since there's now a cap on the amount of time that you have to do schoolwork, to study for tests and everything like that, it makes you work. It makes the person interested in the that's a part of the extracurricular activity. It makes them more responsible because now they have to figure out how to set up their day so that they have the maximum amount of time possible to attack those studies. And extracurricular activities has helped me so much. Like when I first came to GMC, there have been 2 semesters now so far 2 quarters where I've just gotten straight A's. And the lowest grade I made at some point was like a B. And so now, and this is because of time management. Plus, is with the coaches and teammates, there's accountability that's a part of that. Now, another thing is just to draw attention away from just focusing on football. Let's take clubs, for example. Now, there are many clubs that exist in many different schools already. And the magnificent thing about clubs is that there's almost always something for everyone. And clubs, they may, depending on which club it is, it may not take as much dedication. So you can be a part of a club and you can be a part of a team, right? It's because clubs may not take as much dedication as a sport does. And if so, then you're dedicated to that club. So with clubs, they let's say for example, theater club, music club, anime club, video game club, chess club. There's so many clubs that exist that there's bound to be something for everyone, right? No matter where you go, there's bound to be something. And the great thing about clubs is that if there's not something that already exists, you can make one. You can create a club. And I assure you, there's going to be someone that's interested in that club. They're going to share a similar interest. And then you can just grow it from there. Now, going on to jobs, working in jobs and everything like that. A job's a job. When you work, you get paid for it. And there's a team in work. It's not as if you're just pushed out and you're on your own. There's going to be someone that shows you the ropes. And whether it be the customers that come in, whether it be anyone that needs help, you're there for them. And connections can be made through that way. Now, one of my favorite, besides athletics and sports, one of my favorite extracurricular activities are volunteering. And the reason that volunteering is my favorite is because when it comes to volunteering, you're helping people. You're volunteering to help people, whether they be homeless, whether they're hungry, whether they don't have clothes, whether there's just someone that needs help at a sporting event or something like that. The volunteer jobs, you're going out there, you're sacrificing your own time that you could have used on something else, and you're dedicating it to someone else instead of just being all about you. Now, one of the great things about extracurricular activities as a whole is that when it comes to colleges, when it's on a college resume, it looks amazing. Whether there's so many achievements, whether it depends on the amount of achievements that you've made or anything like that. Especially volunteering, for example. Like for me, with me playing sports, which is the reason that I'm at GMC, my college resume had many different things on it that helped me out, and it made my recruitment, it made me more valuable. as not just as a player, but as a student also. And so these things are very important. Extracurricular activities are very important because it's one thing to get it done in the classes, but if you're getting it done in the classes and you have an extracurricular activity on top of that, that shows a lot of responsibility and maturity that college recruits look for. So that's amazing. Uh, another thing, another thing about extracurricular activities is that there are people that, depending on what you do, there are going to be people that look up to you, right? Whether it be your siblings, whether it be people in lower grades, whether you're a senior in high school, senior in college, and you're older, there's going to be people that look up to you. And once you show them that you can dedicate something to them, when it shows you that you can be a leader on the field, when you can be a leader in your club, when you can be a leader in your volunteer group, that takes things a long way. And speaking of a long way, one of the great things that extracurricular activities help with is connections. Now, one of a popular saying that I've heard many, 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 many times is it's not what you know, it's who you know. Now, an example of this is the state that I'm in right now. I play football here at Georgia Military College in the Millersville campus. Now, I like my film. It may not be the best, but it's pretty decent. And now I've been getting connection because I've made connections along the way through high school and everything like that. I have so many high school, college, so many high school players that can get a word out for me to help me in my career going forward. And they can put, like, if the college recruiter needs to know something about me, who they're gonna go to. They're gonna go to the people that I was active in my extracurricular activities with. They're gonna go to my coaches, my friends. And so extracurricular activities, they help out so much in the long run. And this is why I believe that everyone in America, why everyone in the world should participate in an extracurricular activity at some point in their life. Thank you.